Hello and welcome to episode 6 of the Retirement Readiness Webinar Series. My name is David Vigil. I am your host. I'm also the president of Vigil Wealth Services. And on this episode, I'm going to continue the conversation I had on episode 5, where I discussed annuities. In this episode, I'm going to go over what's called a living benefit rider. Hopefully you watched episode 5 prior to this, because a lot of the terminology that I'm going to use on this episode was explained in episode 5. So if you haven't, stop here, go check out episode 5, and then pick up right where you left off here. So let's jump right into it. And again, episode 5, I go over the different types of annuities, immediate and deferred. And within deferred, there's different subcategories of deferred annuities. Tonight, I'm going to go over, or today, wherever you're at in the world, I'm going to discuss real world riders, was what they're called. They're attached to annuities that provide an income stream. So let's jump right into it. First, I'm going to start with the immediate annuity. And what that means, again, is that you hand over a sum of money, the insurance company 30 days later starts sending you checks or direct deposit, whichever you prefer, for the rest of your life. So let's look at a scenario, share my screen here, where if you, again, the scenarios are going to be very generic. I'm not recommending any of these products. I'm just giving you an example of what is out in the marketplace now. So here is an IRA, a premium of $250,000. It is a life only, meaning wherever you live, you receive $1,584.76 a month for the rest of your life. That could be 20 years, 30 years. It could be 5 years, and then the payments stop. So the life option is always going to be the highest payout on a monthly basis when it comes to an immediate annuity. And again, if you didn't watch episode 5, an immediate annuity is irrevocable. You get the payments. There's no cash value inside the policy. So again, this is not in anyone in particular. This is just a hypothetical of what if you were to hand over $250,000 to an insurance company, what type of payment you are likely to receive for the rest of your life. So if you, again, if the rest of your life could mean 30 years, could mean 5 years. If it's 5 years, that money is gone, right? You don't recoup your payments. It's just money to the insurance company. So not real big fan of the life only option, but it again is going to give you the highest payout. There's several other options. There's life with a certain period, which is called period certain. So again, same scenario, retirement assets, $250,000 premium, male, single life. There's ways you can do joint option, but I'm going to keep it simple. This is single life. This is a 10-year period certain. So what that means is they're going to pay you, if you die in year 5, your beneficiary will receive 5 years more of payments, and that's $1,548.88 a month for a minimum of 10 years or life. So again, if you live 30 years, great. It's not going to be an issue. You're going to get recouped on the cost. There's also a life with 20-year period certain. If you notice, when the guarantees go up, as far as years, your payment goes down. So if you have a 20-year period certain, same scenario, $250,000. I believe I put the age was 65 here, and the payment's $1,421.96 a month for 20 years. And again, you die in year 11, the next 9 years, your beneficiaries will receive $1,421.96 a month until the term is up. And there's some folks thinking, oh man, I don't want to do the life option because I hand over $250,000 and I die month 2, that money is all gone. There's also a single premium immediate annuity with life with refund. So that payment, again, same scenario, $250,000. It's $1,494.29 a month. But if you do die in year 5, your beneficiaries will receive a lump sum return to them that wasn't used in payments. So again, immediate annuity, very simple. 30 days later, after you hand over the premium to an insurance company, you start receiving funds from the insurance company. This is retirement income. So there are non-retirement immediate annuities where you'll see here monthly taxable portion will show less than the monthly income because you have what's called an exclusion ratio. So a portion will be considered return of principal and the other portion will be considered interest that would be taxable. But that's a different discussion for a different day. So that's immediate annuities. Now, when deferred annuities, if you can watch an episode 5 with deferred annuity, how I structured it is a 55-year-old defers for 10 years, starts taking lifetime income at age 65, and that's across the board. So the first one, again, I'm not recommending any products. I'm just showing you what realistic income would look like in a deferred annuity with a rider. In this deferred annuity world, their riders come with a fee. It can be 95 basis points, 1.25 per year, 1.5. It all depends on the insurance company, and you want to have that conversation with your advisor as well. So on a fixed annuity, there's income riders, right? So here, again, I'm not recommending any particular product. If you $250,000 premium, say 55-year-old in California, you defer it for 10 years, your first year income you're going to receive is $28,213 per year for the rest of your life. Fixed annuity, again, it's going to have some type of fixed rate component. It's not going to be that high. So you will get some interest, but the fee will probably offset that. But this is more geared towards folks looking for a guarantee and who have, a lower risk tolerance. They don't really want to be in the market. They can accomplish their retirement income goal with the lowest amount of risk. This would be it, right? So again, these can change at any time. This is as of the last, I did this a week ago. So these are the best payouts that I came across. So again, fixed annuity, you defer it for 10 years. There is a cash value inside the policy, and a fixed annuity is not going to go up, astronomically. It's going to go up a little bit, but they have a benefit base. So what gets a little confusing for folks and for clients that I've had in my practice is that there's two values. There's your cash value, which is what you would receive if you were to cancel the contract, and then there's your benefit base. That's how they determine your income when you start taking income. So you see here, there's what's called the roll-up rate. This has 8.5%. And that's probably simple interest, not compounding. Some are compounding. Again, want to have that conversation with your advisor. So if you don't touch it, they'll give you 8.5% on your income base, not on your cash value. That's something that folks, again, tend to get confused where they say, oh, I'm making 8.5%. No, not on your cash value, on your income base. Then once you start touching the income, generally speaking, that stops. There are other contracts that you can turn on, off and on, but that, again, that's just too complex for this conversation. So simple interest, $250,000. Let's do some math here. So you're going to get a step up, which is an important phrase. Each year you don't touch it, on your income base of $21,250. So after year one, your benefit base will go up to $271,250. Your cash value will not be that high. Just not going to happen on a fixed annuity. So again, you have contract value, account value, and you have your benefit base, income base, which then that's all deferred annuities, fixed index, RILAs, and variable annuities, which we'll get into. So again, very simple. Hand over a lump sum money. You don't want to annuitize it with an immediate annuity, and you want to defer it. You defer it for 10 years. In today's world, you can look at $28,000 off of $250,000 at age 65. Okay. A fixed indexed annuity, which again, I can't stress enough, episode 5, I explained the terminology, so I'm going to save it for this episode. A fixed indexed annuity, same scenario, okay? $250,000 premium, 55-year-old in California, defer income for 10 years. I'm not telling you to do any particular product. They have an 8% benefit base. And this one's interesting as well, because I'll explain what this is here. So your first annual payment is $40,000. Wow, it's quite a bit, right? A lot more than the fixed annuity that I just showed you. But with the fixed annuity, which I should have said before, but even if the contract hits zero and you're still alive, that insurance company has to keep sending you, was it $25,000 a year until you pass. If there's cash value in the policy at your passing, your beneficiaries would get that. If there's no cash value, then they don't get anything. But with this one, they will pay you $40,000, but once your benefits depleted, meaning the contract value hit zero, they cut your benefit down to $25,000. So kind of confusing. It is lifetime income, but you're going to get more income up front. And then when the contract value, if and when it hits zero, which they're saying year 16, you would have a payment of $25,000. So if you didn't want to deal with the reduced benefit, you have this company where it's $38,208 period per year for the rest of your life, regardless of what happens to the contract value. So this is again, a fixed indexed annuity, which has different characteristics. This also comes with the fee, can be again 95 basis points, 1.25, depends on the insurance company. You want to have ask those questions to your advisor. So you have fixed annuity, fixed index. Now you have the registered index linked annuity. They also have rider, you can attach a rider. These are all optional, by the way. So fixed annuity contract can come standard fixed rate, no fee, no nothing. But you can add a rider for a fee that gives you the option of taking lifetime income. So the registered index linked annuity, excuse me. I chose this particular company. It's a good product. Again, I'm not recommending a product, same scenario. Retirement funds, $250,000. You put it in when you're 55. You take it out at age 65. So here it can get a bit confusing. So let me go a step back. So the RILA, again, they also have a roll-up, which you see here is 8% per year. I'm sorry, it's 10%, but they give you an 8% withdrawal rate when you first start taking income, which again goes down. So they give you 10% per year, simple interest. So simple math, 72, you're going to double it within 7.2 years. Well, it looks like it doubles in 10 years. So 500,000. So you hand them 250,000. They double your cash value to, again, this is your benefit base. This is not your cash value. They double the benefit base to $500,000. That's how they calculate how much income you receive. And you get 8% on 500,000, which math, $40,000 per year. The RILA, same thing. They're, again, most RILAs don't have a fee attached to it for just having the product. Some do, some don't. This is a lifetime income. So again, it's another rider that comes with a fee. So here, this particular product, again, you start at $250. This is for the potential. These ones here are guaranteed. The RILA, has a guaranteed component, and it also has market step-ups, which hopefully this doesn't confuse you more. But in a registered index-linked annuity and a variable annuity, you have some market performance. The fixed index annuity has caps and market performance potential, but the RILA, the caps are generally higher. And again, we can get to episode 5, I go over the differences. So here it's showing the returns, and each year based on the market, they either step you up based on the market performance up to their particular cap, or they give you their step up. So like, for example, you see here the return, index return, net return, that's the cap. These are the caps. Here you see a negative year. So here's the income. $332,890. You don't get a step up, but you see you don't touch it. They can increase the withdrawal rate. So you have your benefit base, and you also have the withdrawal rate. And I know it's confusing, so each and everyone's individual situation is different. So you need to have a competent advisor to go over your situation and explain how it's going to help you in retirement. So here it's showing an income withdrawal rate of 9%, and your income being $37,918. And that's an illustration on RILAs and variables. They use market performance. If you look at zone income with no market performance, and this will show it, you see it says negative. These are the guarantees. You're going to get at age 65, $22,500 minimum. Okay, that's the minimum you're going to get on this particular RILA. If you get some market step-ups, which each year, again, you get the increase in your benefit base based on market performance. If the market goes down, your benefit base doesn't go down, and that's for all contracts. Your benefit base can't go down, it can only go up, because again, it's a hypothetical value that they base your income on. You see again, the contract hits zero, you're still getting $22,500 a year for the rest of your life, no matter what. Okay, kind of confusing, right? But inside these next two products, you can have some market participation that can increase your income. So if we go back a page here, and it does lock it in. So again, I mentioned benefit base doesn't go down, can only go up. So here you see the market went up, net return 5.62. Your benefit base increased from 250 to 264, 538. And when the market went down, net return 11.75. Looks like they had a 20% buffer in there, or a floor of 11% or 10% plus their fee. Your income went up, but your benefit base stayed the same because the withdrawal rate went up. So that's a RILA. I mean, there's several different RILAs out there. I'm just showing you just for illustrative purposes. The last is a variable annuity. So the RILA, again, most come with no fee if you don't have the rider. Some have fees, or a couple have fees. If you add a rider on, that adds a fee. Could be 95 basis point, could per year, could be 1.25 per year based on the benefit base. The variable annuity has more components to it, and I went over fee in episode 5 just for having a variable annuity contract. Now you add a rider into it that offers lifetime income, the fee goes up. So on average, an all-in fee on a variable annuity with a lifetime income rider can be anywhere from 2.5% to 3.5% per year that you're being charged a fee on. But again, if you have a higher risk tolerance and you want to be in the market, but you also want some guarantees attached to it, we have a solution. So this is, again, I'm not recommending any product. This is just for illustrative purposes. This is a Jackson Perspective 2 contract, and it shows here hypothetical. It shows market returns from 2000 to 2022. Will they repeat itself? Who knows? So $250,000 premium each year. They either get a step up based on market value and on your anniversary date. That's how they calculate it. There's other ways to do it, but I'm just going to keep it simple. On your anniversary date, if your value is higher than your benefit base, you get a step up. Yay. If it's not, they give you a minimum right here. So here you look at the contract value, 261, they step it up to 265. The next year, the contract value is 251, they step you up to 280. And then it stops here at 438, 710, I'm sorry, 416. And then you get 5% of that, which is $21,936 for the rest of your life. Now, just like the RILA, the variable annuity will have market participation. There is no cap. It's based on the sub-accounts inside the contract, how they perform. That's the income. This here shows, again, the zero return, negative return. The minimum you're going to get is 20,000 for the rest of your life. Again, contract value hits zero, you're still getting 20,000 for the rest of your life. This illustration here, you received some step ups, right? So 391, here's a step up right here. Market had a real good year. It was greater than your benefit base, and now your contract value became your benefit base. And as you can see here. And then the market had a horrible year, but your benefit base went up to 415, 208. Because again, if you don't touch it, you either get market-based step-ups or they step you up a percentage, 5, 6, 7% per year. Next year, same thing. Market came back, but your contract value is still below here. So, and then at 65, you start taking 21,936. So it all depends on if you're looking for a guarantee or if you're looking for, well, not guarantee, you want to know how much income you're going to receive at a certain time frame. The fixed annuity, the FIA, they're going to tell you exactly what you're going to get if you don't touch it for 10 years. The RILA and the variable has potential to get you more income if the market performs. If the market doesn't perform, as you can see here on this page, take income at 65, you're getting 20,000, which you could receive, 25, 30,000 if you did a different product. So it all depends, time horizon, risk tolerance, goal. It boils down to those three. So these are real world scenarios on riders. So these are all optional. There's several different riders with carriers, and they change constantly. So if you do decide that you say, and I want to see what an annuity can offer me in retirement, run an illustration, run a comparison to see what matches up to what you're looking to accomplish. Hopefully this makes sense. If not, please reach out to me. Again, I am David Vigil. I'm the president of Vigil Wealth Services. I'm trying to get my knowledge out there to the masses when it comes to different solutions. Been an advisor for over 15 years. Want to help as many as I can. So if there's any questions, you can reach me at david@vigilwealthservices.com. You can check out my website, vigilwealthservices.com. But with that, I thank you for your time. Short and sweet tonight. I have 2 more webinars scheduled. We're going to talk about Medicare. Again, I did the webinar a few months ago. Unfortunately, it wasn't recorded, so I'm going to do it again, episode 2. And then I have in October, I'm doing a Social Security webinar. So I'm going to be discussing all things related to retirement. One last thing. So there's different risks in retirement, and one of them is called sequence of returns risk. The easiest way to explain this is that when you retire, you start drawing from the monies that you've saved, and you're in the markets don't perform, they go down. It can lead to a less favorable outcome if you were to retire when markets are doing great, right? So the annuity eliminates that. You can put money in an investment that has a guarantee. It doesn't matter what the market's going to do. If the market goes down, you're still, as you can see here, if it goes down for the next 23 years, you're still going to get $20,000 of lifetime income. So a lot of strategies our folks their advisors and planners are doing is they're peeling off some of the retirement assets, putting it into something that has a guarantee, so you don't have to touch your other retirement assets if the market were to be in a downward trend. I'm going to have another webinar later in the year or maybe next year discussing the different risks in retirement. So stay tuned. Again, appreciate you listening. And if you made it to the end, congratulations. And you have yourself a great rest of the night.